Hey guys, Pai here. Welcome back to the channel. A few weeks ago, I got a chance to check out the new Model 3 Highland in Thailand production version in person, and I show you all of the details on the exterior and interior of the car. But today I'll get a chance to drive US production version of 2024 brand new Tesla Model 3 Highland. So I'll be test driving the new Model 3 Highland at Littleton Service Center here in Colorado. It's about 15-20 minutes from my house, and in today's video I'll show you all the driving experience and some of the interior difference between this older Model 3 and the new Model 3, and then at the end I'll let you know if it's worth upgrading from the old Model 3. I have 2021 Tesla Model 3 long range. Hopefully I get to drive the Model 3 Highland long range today, so we have apple to apple to compare between two cars. Now let's go. Alright, I'm here at Littleton Tesla Service Center, and this is the one. It's the, I believe, the new Stealth Gray. So they said they only have one new Model 3 Highland here at Littleton Service Center. It's really cool. Love that new headlights. So it came with the arrow, the 18-inch arrow wheel, as you can see. Black interior. We'll check out the quick look of the interior. And unfortunately this is probably the rear wheel drive one, so it's not the long range, so we can't really compare apple to that, but everything else should be the same other than just, you know, the performance and the motor, because it's rear wheel drive. Let me ask again, because I don't see dual motor bash in the back, so I assume it's the rear-wheel drive version. Let me go inside and ask, see if I can, before the demo drive, I can check out the car real quick, because I will only have 30 minutes with the car test driving this car. The advisor just unlocked the car for me. Thank you so much, really kind, so we can check out the interior before we go out for a drive. I'm early here, so I will have a little more time with the car before I actually test drive the car. As you can see here, the LED accent lighting. It's missing the side panels for some reason. So it's supposed to be a plastic panel here, and this is the black, really nice black leatherette interior. Alright, so let's check out the inside. Let me turn off the AC real quick. This is the display. I think someone commented my earlier video that the display is a little bit bigger than the current car, but to be honest with you, there's no difference. I cannot tell the difference at all. The big difference between ongoing model like my Model 3 over there and this one is the steering wheels, and there's no more stalks on both sides. So to turn the signals, you have to use the button on the steering wheels. These are haptic feedback button, the touch button, but the haptic feels really, even though it's artificial, but it feels really convincing, really nice. It's almost like you clicking the button instead of, you know, touch pad or touch buttons. The buttons are more satisfying, I believe, than the Model X and Model S that I tested before, and everything else that used to be on the stocks that's missing, Now everything is on the steering wheel, as you can see on this side. So you have a voice command and the wiper, windshield wiper, and the camera here, and also the autopilot button. So instead of, you know, you tap twice here, now you basically just tap right here. Was it?
It's actually gonna be the scroll wheel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
But the others are all buttons.
so you just push the screw. Okay. So to activate the autopilot, just press this
Correct.
button. So before it used to be voice command, I believe, right? This button right here. So when you press,
Correct.
so the auto car is voice command. Now you have voice command as a button, you know, separate button here. So you have to press the button to activate your autopilot. Right. So now we see everything so far. The difference between the older car and the newer car. Now we don't have stocks anymore. So it's just something to get used to. Let's deactivate that. So to, you know, put the car to drive, instead of pressing the stock here, now we have to go, you know, press the brake, and then you have to swipe on the screen. We'll see that in a minute. All right, so I got the key for the car to go out for a test drive, and as you can see, the overall interior of the car. Check out the video in the description below that I released earlier for the more details of the interior and exterior of the new Model 3 Highlands. Really nice. It looks wider on the center console. So now to start or activate the car, instead of, you know, putting the key right here, that like my car right now, you just put it on the charging pad. Oh, many people were asking. I have the iPhone 15, so it has this really big camera that came out. So if this one be able to charge it with that camera, yeah. So it's charging. As you can see, the wireless charging pad works with the newer phone with the, you know, bigger camera in the back, even though there's like a little space, because when you sit it down, the phone has a space in between. So that's charging fine. Now let me adjust the seat. Before we go for a test drive, let me try to adjust the seat and feel the seat position, and of course the comfort of the seat. I feel like the side bolster on the seat, it's a little bit more hugging to your body than the current my Model 3, and the seat still sits really low. So I usually adjust the seat to the lowest. Really comfortable. I feel like the seat, it's a little thinner, the whole material, and the cushion's a little thinner than the ongoing Model 2. Really comfortable seat so far, and of course it's a cool, perforated cool, and both cool and heated seats. Really nice. All right, now before we go out, let's check out all the driving functions on the menu. So as you can see here, so this is the rear wheel drive, not the all wheel drive. This is 71% on the battery, and it shows 194 miles. And I'll put the acceleration on standard. I'll put steering wheels on sport, so that's how I drive my car. And yeah, so you can choose between auto shift out of park. So the car will select for you by itself if you were to going forward or drive or reverse. So just detect, you know, the object behind you or in front of you. That way the car can see from the camera. But if you don't want it, you can also turn that off. You can just manually swipe it, and you can see now I'm in drive. So this is the huge difference between the ongoing model and the new Model 3. Of course, you don't have the stocks anymore to shift the gear here. Instead, you know, you either let the car select it for you, or swipe it to reverse, and then put P in park again, swipe it. So something that take a little time to get used to, but it's so close to the steering wheel, as you can see. So your hand to go swipe here, just from here to here, then you can just put in park or swipe to drive. But of course it's further out from stocks, because when you have the stocks on the steering wheels, you can just reach it with your hand still on the steering wheel. So that's the big difference. Let me adjust the steering wheels real quick to the right position. So everything else on the menu is pretty much the same here. I still use this button to move up and down the steering wheel, so this is the good position. And then I like steering wheels to go further out. All right, now we get everything ready. Let's go for a test drive. Love the steering wheels. The new steering wheel looks really nice. Really similar to the Model X and Model S, of course. Swipe to drive, and then here we go. So I have, right now it's 10 o'clock, I have half an hour to test drive this Model 3 Highland. Okay, so the pedal feels really similar. Let me check again. It feels really heavy though. Even though I'm on the standard not chill, I feel almost like I'm on chill mode. Feel a little heavier than my car. Maybe it's a rear-wheel drive, of course slower. Only one motor, not two. See, I tried to use the stock to put on the turn signal. Okay, so seating position is great. It's pretty much the same here. I feel a tiny bit higher. The seating position a little bit higher than my car, but a little bit, not like huge different. So let's try to do quick acceleration since no car here at all. That is awesome. I don't think I ever test drive the rear-wheel drive before, but yeah, of course, the first split second when you press the acceleration is not as responsive as dual motor or all-wheel drive car. Steering, feeling, it's great. I'm glad I'm out here super early, so basically no car on the street, as you can see. The steering feel really responsive, really similar to my Model 3, which is great, because something is already good, you don't want to change it. Now I really need to get used to this turning signals. It takes me a little bit to do that. Let me try to use the wiper. So just press one, just for the wiper to wipe. Of course, just like the stocks before, you press right here on the left stock, and then you have an option to choose auto, or you manually adjust the speed from the display. A huge difference though. It's so much more quiet than okay, I needed to do twice to okay, so now I did the 3-point turn. See, with no stocks, only the screen, how easy it is. It's not bad at all. As you can see, it's not that hard to shift the gear with the display. Again, it's a lot more quiet than my cars. It's really noticeable, and the suspension is quite a different, because everybody that sits in the back of my Model 3 has the same comment when they were riding in the car. Is the suspension's really not smooth. It's really rough on the like not smooth pavement is like the worst. But this one is a huge difference on the suspension tuning, and also because they changed the the standard tire that came with the car, so it's a lot more quiet and absorbs the vibration a lot better, so you feel a lot less vibration in the car, which is great. Okay, I will try to get out on the higher speed limit street so we can get that better steering feel, and of course the noise, the carbon noise in here, so you can capture that noise. Okay, let's test out the cabin noise real quick. So this is the cabin noise in the new Model 3 Highland at the similar speed, 53. A lot less wind noise. I can hear like a tire noise similarly, but the wind noise, it's non-existing. It's like I can't hear the wind noise from the rear windows at all, because this one supposedly is a double pane windows on all of them. I'll show you later after we're done with the test drive. But yeah, the cabin noise is great. So much better. This is awesome improvement from the current ongoing model from my car. Here's the cabin noise in my 2021 Model 3 long range at about 60 miles an hour. The brake paddles feels a little bit different. Not much different. Not a huge difference, I would say. Regen feels the same, but as soon as as soon as the regen is gone, I try to press the brake. I think the new one, the new Highland, is feel less artificial, because it has to blend the brake into the regen, so it feels more like a normal gas car. A little bit though, just a tiny bit more like a normal gas car than my car. Or maybe this is newer car. My car is already 2 years old, so the brake pads is different. I don't know, but when I drove my car like brand new, it's definitely can tell the difference between the two cars. Love the huge difference on the suspension, and the seating position is it's awesome. I love the new seat. New seat is great. The regen feel like a little smoother when the regen kicks in, and the acceleration pedals pretty much the same. I wouldn't say a big difference on that pedal at all. Again, really, I think the biggest getting used to not the gear selection. It's it's the turning signals. Cut me every time when I try to put the turn signal on. I like the feeling of the turn signal though, and the steering wheel feel great. You feel a little harder than ongoing model maybe. I believe the diameter of the steering wheel is the same as the ongoing model. Has to get a little flat bottom here. Love the design though. This is a great car. I mean, the current Model 3 is already awesome EV period, awesome car period. Even you compare it with the gas car, but this is one step above that car in terms of I think performance pretty much the same. They use the same motor, but in terms of driving experience wise, it's a lot more smoother for the compared to the old car, and the quietness in the cabin. I don't hear a lot of wind noises. No wind noise at all. That's huge surprise for me, and driving is great. The steering wheels, the steering feel, it's awesome. It's super direct. I have it on sport, You see, just I turn a little bit, and the car will go as you point it to. You see, as you can see, I'm not sure you can see in the video, the street is not the most smoothest street out here in Littleton, but wow, this absorption on that rough street for the new suspension on this car, so much better than my car, for sure. Huge difference on that. Yeah, they get the improvement in the overall interior. You feel more luxurious, and the quality of the material is also much better than my current car too. Really nice upgrade. I wish one thing is the sitting position. I wish it could go a little bit lower, the same as my current car position, but otherwise everything else it's awesome in this car. Wow, I'm surprised how good it is. They improved from the current model to this, midlife facelift, but it's not a facelift at all. Actually, it's almost the whole interior of this car, except of course the main display. It's brand new. Let's go test out the steering wheel one more time, because I was driving on the main street over there. It's not a lot of turning or zigzag I can do. It's just too many cars. Now we're back on the back road with not a lot of car, not a lot of people, so we can test out the steering wheels feel. That is awesome. It's super direct. Just it goes as you point it to. Really good. Love the acceleration. Even it's on. This is the rear wheel drive. A single motor one did great. Huge different. Wow, that is good steering feel. And the suspension, not only the quietness and smooth of the suspensions, also the performance of the car. Like when I change the direction, quick directions, turn, the suspension feels really good. See that brake again. Wow, I love that brake feeling. I feel a lot more confidence in braking than in this car than my current Model 3. It's just really smooth. Let's do a brake test. So I'm on 40 miles. Hard brake. Really good. Holy cow. Okay. So there's some improvement on the braking for some reason. I cannot tell what, but it does make a huge difference on the braking part of this car. See a whole bunch of bumps on the street, but wow, I feel so much better taking those bumps. Maybe I'm just getting used to the acceleration on my current car, but the acceleration here is really smooth. The power delivery, it's great. Like I mentioned before, even though it's the rear-wheel drive car. Super confident in braking and turning. Let's try the acceleration again. No one's here. Here we go. Forward. Street bump. Oh, I think. Let me try. Got in the wrong lane. Okay, try reverse here. Back to drive real quick. It's really smooth. Like seriously, that's stockless shifting gear doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me the most now is the turning signals, because I keep trying to grab that stocks to turn the car instead of using these, and I don't necessarily get the right one every time. Turn left or turn right. So the top is right, bottom is left. Sometimes I grab the wrong one a few times, I guess. But yeah, it's awesome experience driving this new Model 3 Highland. I wish it was the dual motor so I can test out the acceleration. If it's it's the same or it's better, but so far the rear-wheel drive car, it's great. I mean, more than enough power for most people. As you can see here, it's plenty of power, plenty. Okay, we're gonna turn again. See, I almost grabbed the stock again, which without the stock I try to grab the stock. So yeah, let's turn in here. I have a few more minutes to drive this car, but yeah, so far this is an awesome experience. I would definitely upgrade from my current Model 3 if of course, if my current Model 3 doesn't have a giant huge upside down on the car. A lot of people are waiting for a Model 3 performance which will qualify for 7,500 tax credit, and also if you are in Colorado you get another 5,000 tax credit. That's a huge benefit because the current right now, if you upgrade to the newer Model 3 standard range, the rear drive like this one, or you get the dual motor, because both of them has the LPF, I believe the LPF battery, which imported from China. The main part of the battery imported from China, so you don't qualify for that 7,500 anymore for these two models. So a lot of people are waiting for that performance new Model 3, so maybe an awesome upgrade to the performance car. But now we have to see the difference in price, which one, like how much more expensive on the performance car compared to the dual motor, and all the upgrades, because a lot of people were seeing, I've seen stuff online that there'll be a performance seat on the new performance Model 3, and a bumper will look a little bit different. So if the difference between two cars are a big enough difference, I think a lot of people will jump on the performance Model 3. Hopefully they will release it soon, in a couple months. We'll see. Right, so the test drive is done. Wow, pretty impressive how much big different between the two cars, my car and this car, in terms of handling. Almost the same, maybe this one a little bit better handling than current ongoing model. The huge difference, of course, the suspensions and the cabin noise is huge different. Let me show you real quick. Yes, double pane glass. Okay, as you can see, double pane in the front, and as you can see, double pane in the rear too. So again, I want to mention to you, this is the cheapest car you can buy for Tesla. This is the standard range Tesla Model 3, and even though it's the cheapest one you can buy, it comes with every single thing you need. It's crazy. You have the rear display, rear entertainment display came with the car. It's no extra upgrade on this, so you can wash anything that you can wash in the front. The rear passenger can wash, and you can also connect to a Bluetooth headphone, which is awesome. You can adjust the fan back here. You see digitally adjust the direction of the fan too, which is really great. And like I showed you before in the previous video, you can adjust the front passenger seat. So let's say you have kids in the back, they need more space but no one's sitting there, and you drive the car, that kid can adjust it themselves if it's low enough. Like my daughter, she's 9, so she can just do it this part by herself. Really cool. And of course you can turn on and off all the heated seat function in the back here, but you no longer have the heated seat in the back seat here. You only have two, I mean the middle seat here. You only have these two. So one and the one I'm sitting. And this one is not adjustable anymore. The headrest. So it's just fixed for the back passenger. And you have a cup holder back here. Really nice. Seat feels great. I adjusted to the front a little bit because I want to show you this one, but yeah, a lot of space. Not much space here because I adjusted way low, still a little higher than my car as I mentioned before, but yeah, pretty much really similar, except the door panels are different with the interior lighting accent all around. And of course the tail light is different, and the rear diffuser is different too. It looks more aerodynamic than the current one. And I love the front headlight, to be honest. I liked this front headlight more than my car. So really similar to, this is the Model S. As you can see, this is probably the latest Model S. And then this is the new Model 3 Highland. So you can see really similar to the Model S. Looks really cool. Really, the headlights a lot more sporty. Of course, it came standard with matrix headlights, even on the cheapest Model 3. And the front bumper and the hood a little bit different. It's more flat now. It's a little bit more aerodynamic than the older model. But yeah, everything else pretty much the same on the exterior. I also mentioned before in the previous video when I checked out first time. So right here you can see the slot from the door to the door seal on all four. It has that extra security slot. So you know, in terms of safety. Okay, let me close this one. Hear that? Again, let me try on my car. Okay, here's the door phone on my car. See that? See a lot more solid on the new Model 3 than my current Model 3. So that will help definitely help with the quietness of the interior while you drive too. Big difference. So as I mentioned before, they have this new tires on the standard car, so this will help with the road noise and absorbs more better, you know, on the vibration of the car, so you feel when you drive, it feel a lot more smooth. All right, that's it guys for today test drive on the new Model 3 Highland. Let me know in the comment down below what you think about all the upgrades in the Model 3 Highlands and the test drive today. Is it worth it to upgrade from the current Model 3 to the new Model 3 Highland? In my opinion, definitely worth it because of the current price of the car. Even without the 7,500 tax credit, it's really still really good deal for what you get in the standard car. It came with everything you need, even with the rear display in the back too. Thank you so much for watching today's video guys, and don't forget to click like if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.